What's up, everyone? Zane here. It's one of the busiest days of the year for Starbucks, Red Cup Day, when customers line up for their free reusable holiday cups and festive drinks. But this year, the vibe isn't quite so merry. Thousands of Starbucks workers across the US have walked off the job in what's being called the biggest strike in the company's history. Why now? Why today? And what does this mean for the coffee giant? And for you, the everyday customer? Let's break it down. Today, more than 65 Starbucks locations across the US went dark as unionized baristas began striking on what's typically one of the company's highest revenue days. The event, dubbed Red Cup Rebellion, was organized by Starbucks Workers United, the group leading unionization efforts across the country. Workers are demanding the company return to the bargaining table after what they call months of stalled negotiations over wages, scheduling, and working conditions. According to the union, over 1,000 baristas participated, covering major cities like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Seattle. Starbucks, on the other hand, says most stores remain open and that they respect workers' right to protest, but insist they're already providing industry-leading pay and benefits. On the surface, it might look like a simple labor dispute, but this walkout actually says a lot about the broader tension between corporate America and frontline workers. Union momentum has been building not just at Starbucks, but at Amazon, Trader Joe's, and even Apple retail stores. Workers are pushing back against low pay, unpredictable scheduling, and corporate resistance to unionization. For Starbucks, the optics are huge. Red Cup Day isn't just another promotional event. It's a symbol of the brand's community and holiday spirit. So a strike on that day, it sends a powerful message. It's a reminder that workers are willing to disrupt one of the company's biggest days of the year to make their voices heard. Starbucks' response has been measured but firm. The company says it remains committed to good faith bargaining, but accuses the union of creating confusion and disruption during the holiday season. Executives argue that only a small fraction of stores are unionized, representing less than 3% of all US Starbucks locations. However, labor experts note that it's not the scale, it's the symbolism. Even a few dozen stores can create national headlines, especially when tied to something as recognizable as Red Cup Day. Meanwhile, Starbucks' stock barely moved today, suggesting investors aren't panicking just yet. Still, if this becomes an annual occurrence, the company could face mounting pressure from shareholders and customers alike. The union movement at Starbucks has gained momentum since the first store in Buffalo, New York, voted to unionize back in 2021. Since then, more than 370 stores have followed, but progress has slowed as each side accuses the other of stalling negotiations. The big question now is, will this Red Cup rebellion move the needle? If Starbucks decides to re-engage with the union meaningfully, it could set a precedent across corporate America, where organized labor has been staging a quiet comeback. But if the company holds its ground, workers may escalate. This could include more frequent strikes, public campaigns, and even boycotts during the holiday season. For the average customer, this might seem distant. Maybe your favorite Starbucks was open today, maybe it wasn't. But what's happening here touches every American who's ever worked a service job. It's about fair pay, consistent hours, and having a voice in how your workplace operates. Whether you side with the workers or the corporation, this story reflects a deeper truth. The post-pandemic economy isn't just about inflation or interest rates. It's about people demanding value for their labor. So the next time you grab that peppermint mocha, remember, the story behind your cup might be just as important as what's in it. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts below. Do you support the Red Cup Rebellion? Or do you think Starbucks is being unfairly targeted? Either way, this conversation is just heating up, and we'll be here to follow it every step of the way.